Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Love Island USA, Season 7, Episode 30. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. So let's get into this. This episode was quick. It was kind of boring.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of boring for me. Like, we'll start at the highlight, which was Nicolandria. I know the people like I'm not a Nicolandria stan per se. I know you are, but I know the people love this. That was the highlight of the episode for I think a lot of people.
Yeah. I think so. What it is for me, it is the way that Nick speaks about Alandria. I want all women to be referred to the way Nick speaks about Alandria. And I just think it's great. It's not, and it's different because he did not speak about Sierra like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was about them having fun. He felt like they had a great connection, that they, had a safety within each other. But, like, Nick has a reverence for Alandria. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. No,
I think that's why we all, for the Nicolandria stands, that is why we are all standing 10 toes down for them.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to get the top couple. I don't know how they're going to do it. Do you know how they're going to do it for the next, when they read out the votes and stuff?
Yeah, I'm assuming probably the bottom couple will leave for the next one.
The real bottom, or like
the bottom, the person with the least amount of votes. Yeah, the couple with the least amount of votes.
Lord. But yeah, Nicolandria, back at it.
I mean, I love that Alandria was like, maybe this is where I was supposed to be all along, like it just keeps coming back. I like that they addressed the fact that like they were both clouded because Sierra was in the villa and Alandria was trying to focus her efforts on Taylor. But now all of that seems like it's clearing out the way. So we'll see if they will be able to re-spark their romance. I think it's going to be very easy for them.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing for me is like at this point now I'm a little concerned about Nick a little bit. Like I'm like, is Nick gonna be in it? Because I do think he was into Sierra. I know y'all see him being more into Alandria, but I feel like he was into Sierra, and I feel like he had the choice to make a choice, and he made the choice to Sierra. So now it feels a little, for me, I don't know, I don't know. It feels like, it feels like they're kind of like, not just be honest, it feels like they're playing the game at this point. Like they're like, okay, we're, we don't have any other stronger connections, and we're just gonna ride this thing on out. And especially if they tell them that they're the top couple next week, oh my God, they're gonna be
no,
like,
they won't tell. It'll be like always, like in no particular order.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be.
Because I would like, he'd be like, baby. Yeah. Oh, Nikki. Like they would be in that thing.
I don't know. I think I worry about Sierra more than anybody in this entire equation, but.
Like meaning her having to watch it from home.
Yeah, having to watch it.
I mean, yeah, that's an interesting aspect of it. But I think I just think like Alandria seems to be like rethinking, like maybe I should be considering this. But I'm like, hold on, girl, just wait, because let Nick take the pace, because I hope this doesn't come off as a sexist sort of thing or whatever. I don't think it is. I just think it's facts of life. I think men say yes, women say no, and personally, so I feel like if you have I mean, I think we say yes, but like we say yes through our no. Like I don't know.
Yeah, no, but we set the pace. They make the pace, and we set it. We say
yes, that's the no. It's like, nope, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. Like we say the no's about it all, but like you cannot drag a man to like it's the Taylor situation of it all. Like Taylor, it's like he had to say yes. You know what I'm saying? He had to say yes. There's no availability and openness Alandria could have done to make it a yes for him. They gotta say yes. But at the end of the day, just like, I mean, we're going to get to it in a second, but like Amaya saying no to Zach, because it's like, you're not up to speed. Whoever's like not up to speed, we say no. We're the gatekeepers, I feel like. So with that all, I feel like Nick he's got to say yes. And I feel like Alandria's got to give him the space to say that yes and not go full gas on the pedal towards this. Because she done it in the past. So I'm a little concerned about that. Like, I need to see Nick full chest say yes.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be an issue here. I think there
know,
is
y'all.
a softness that Nick gives Alandria. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I definitely
know.
think he's respectful, and I definitely think he has love for her, and I definitely think he's going to treat her well. Because I think Nick's a gentleman. He's a nice guy, and he's a level-headed guy. But I don't know just yet. I'm not sold. Not especially based on what has happened. Like him having the opportunity to explore and choosing to go back to Sierra. That leaves me a little, like, okay. So now you need to reinitiate and open up and be clearer that you are a yes.
Yeah. I agree. So. I do agree with that. He does need to make it very, very clear that he wants to explore her beyond a platonic thing. Yeah.
And he might just be sad though. You know what I mean? Like sad that Sierra's leaving. So it may take him. He might be in grieving mode a little bit too. Yeah. So, do you want to transition into Sierra's leaving?
Yeah, everybody was like speculating it over the past couple of days, but I didn't think it was gonna happen because we're so close to the end.
Yeah, and I think you had said something when we were talking earlier about just the fact that they really do need to like screen people better and decide what they're gonna deal with and what they're not dealing with. Because it's a surprise, and especially this deep in, and it makes me think of Big Brother, because people have been pulled from Big Brother as well, but usually it's for stuff they do on the actual show,
right?
It's not usually from stuff beforehand, but like Yelissa was like so early, and here it's so late, like we're so deep in, so it's like it's affecting the game a lot. I mean, I know it's not technically like a game, but it is,
Yeah.
So it's interesting that they decided to pull her this late. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They're gonna have to, I guess, just figure out what their parameters and what their rules are gonna be. And I do think, like we were talking earlier, potentially some sensitivity trainings, because things are always evolving and changing. And I don't know when the statement was made, but it seems like it was a pretty long time ago. And if I'm not mistaken, like that phrase is just now getting to the point where people are starting to understand the impact that it has on Asian communities. And so back when it was made, I don't know if that's something that was like well known, right? And Sierra, just how she has carried herself, she seems like somebody who is intelligent, right? Like, and that would not say things that would be harmful or disparaging to other communities. So I feel like she's probably gonna come out and be like, "Oh my goodness, I said this when I didn't know better, but it's something that I absolutely know now." But I think at the very least, she can say she made it pretty much, to the end. So hopefully it doesn't like impact, brands and stuff wanting to work with her, because I feel like that was probably one of her goals coming in here.
I mean, it's definitely going to impact that, I feel like, personally. But I also feel like what you said there, like things change so often. And like on Big Brother, this has happened a lot. Like they wanted to pull Jared off one season for using the R word. And you can go back in my lifetime and find where that used to be a clinical term, but it is not anymore. It is an offensive term. I think it's pretty widely known, but it's still just like, I would say like the past 10, 15 years maybe.
Yeah.
And so there's this changing landscape with words and things becoming more widely known that they're offensive. Like the N-word has been here for like eons, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
And like people knew back in the 50s and the 60s, that's what they used it. They used it to mean derogatory things. You N-word, you this. They knew it was that. And so we have decades upon decades of that. And so I do think there's something to be said about like understanding that there's a changing landscape, and not saying that it's right to use it at all, but just understanding that sometimes there's just ignorance, like people just don't know. Ignorance meaning they just don't know. And so, however they decide to deal with it, they deal with it. But I do think that like they gotta do a better job in the beginning with scrubbing people's social media, because then it's just like, if you really stand by it then. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's because they ain't even catch it. But it was interesting how they were just like, she had to leave the villa for personal reasons. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, okay.
Yeah. And I think I saw Ulissa, she was saying how they didn't tell her what the reasons were. They just said a video resurfaced and you have to leave. And so it wasn't until she got her phone back, because she was in a hotel for 2 days, because she had to wait for the last episodes that she was on to air. So I'm assuming Sierra has probably been in a hotel for the last 2 days, and she probably just gonna get her phone back like tonight or tomorrow, and then find out why, she has been pulled. But I'm with you, they didn't catch it. It don't look like they trying to catch nothing, to be quite honest. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the producers need sensitivity trainings. They need to have like a dictionary of what is not allowed, and then I also think they need to put a time frame on it. Like, are we going to say someone is not suitable for the show if they said something within the past 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? Because people do change, people do grow, and people do learn. So what will the parameters be around that as well?
I don't know. Like, time frame is giving me like, there's some offensive shit you can say, and you can say it in college. And
everything needs to have a category.
Now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it needs to be a factor test
from the day you've been born. Okay.
Yeah, it's like they need to have like, they just need to have some parameters, and they don't have to be hard and fast, but you gotta like have a little bit of something. They giving me, they just responding to the public. If the public never said any or made a big fuss about it, they wouldn't do any. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
But in the future, people like the way Huda got these fans and stands. Some of these people going to use this as a tactic to try to get people off shows. Because I don't know if in the past this has happened much. Like, people getting pulled from the show.
I don't know if I've ever seen this happen on Love Island. Yeah, first of all, Love Island just got big, like super, super big the way it is because of last season. So I think Love Island itself is learning a lot. And this is a UK-based show. And so what goes on in the UK... You know what I'm saying? Some stuff may not fly here in terms of like, different things socially. Yeah. So,
but they need to talk to Big Brother, because I think Big Brother got the game on lock, to be honest. Yeah,
they need to call them up. They need to call them up. Call CBS, honestly, because they got all the shows that have been around for eons.
CBS used to have this show. This was the first 4 seasons, I think, or maybe the first 3. Then they sold it to Peacock, and that's how Peacock got it. But anyway, but yeah. R.I.P. Sierra, she gone, and hello Nicolandria, she here.
Right.
Amaya, she had a lot. Like, this was her episode. What were your thoughts on? I was like, these guys. It started just feeling disingenuous at a certain point.
Zach and Elon, I'm like, come on now. Elon, I give him a little bit of a slight break, because he had said that one episode when he was talking to Chris that he thought he found her to be attractive, and he did have that one conversation. But it's like, we haven't seen you pursue her again until today, until this episode. So. I'm like, child, Amaya over here, we could start from zero. I feel like she was just saying that to get herself out that conversation. At least I hope. But either way, she chose Brian, so thankfully for that. But Zach, I was like, boy, you are full of shit.
Right.
Full of shit.
Right.
What the
fuck? Some of his stuff, I'm trying to hold on to it. It was in one ear and out.
You make me feel so safe. Fast. I see you. You see me. You actually don't see her. Remember when you dog piled on her up on the stage?
Like, go
This is a new slate. I feel like, since our last conversation, I've caught some feelings, and you over here saying the same shit to Nicolandria. I'm just like, boy, get up out. Just get up out. I'm so happy he's gone.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I started like side-eyeing all the guys, even Brian. Like, not saying I believe anything bad about Brian. I just was like, it started all giving me trust issues. I was like, this is feeling like all y'all here trying to win and get the money off of Amaya.
Yeah.
Who is here for real? Like, can I trust this all? Like, who is here for real? I was a little concerned about everybody at a certain point, and because I was like, I ain't at first like Brian. So I was like, that little past thoughts popped in, and I was like, I don't know. But out of the 3, for sure, he's the one. I would like to see, I need to feel it a little more from him. But I did feel it last episode, so I'm a
Right.
ride with that. I'm a ride with that. But yeah, she was cute. She was like, what'd she say? I need to see actions. This word, I'm not getting a sugar high from this word candy that you feeding me.
Right,
I was
right.
okay, I need to put that in a journal. Like, no, I need actions. No word candy, no sugar highs, like actions. So she be having her some little one-liners.
She got a business on her hands if she when she get up out of here.
Even if it's just t-shirts and hats, little cute hats and pins and girl, she can sell merchandise with all the stuff she say out her mouth. Like, it's a lot. But any thoughts on it? Or any other thoughts?
I am excited for Maya because I just feel like she's needed a break emotionally. And so hopefully now that Zach and Elon are gone and she just has one person trying to pursue her, it will be that sigh that I feel like she's been needing. And she could just at the very least have fun, you know?
For sure. All right, we can dip into the other couples. Like, do we have any thoughts on any of the other couples? Because nobody was particularly, anything today. I don't know. But,
yeah. Clark and Taylor, Taylor set up his little date, and I was like, see, no battery in the back. He did this on his own. And he was very animated with it.
Yeah, he did have to go to Ace for help, though.
He did, but he wanted to do it.
Yeah, no, true. That's how I'm like, he giving Clark a yes. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said in the beginning. You gotta have a yes from these guys. And Clark, they cute. I mean, not cute. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to be offensive, but I didn't mean to say that. I'm just take it back. I didn't mean to say that.
No, I had a similar thought. I did write down I would be able to root for y'all if this shit didn't happen the way that it happened.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't like Taylor.
I've never seen that universe. This is the universe of what happened. So this is all I know. Right. But yeah, no, it was what it was. I will say this about Taylor. He looks much better with the ponytail in the back, like with his hair down. Much better than them little, like, they were not giving, like, with the twist. And then he's taking them out. Then in the back, much better. Much better. He need to not twist that hair ever again. It looks nice the way it is. I'll leave that one. I want to take that back too. I said not nice. But no, it looks cool. It looks cool. Much better. It's much better. And he the barber, ain't he? I'm like, if he did his lineup a little bit.
Or is it Ace?
I thought he was the one cutting everybody's hair. I don't know. But whoever doing it, they need to do them just.
Yeah.
I can't talk. I'm in between hairdos. Don't look too hard. Don't look too hard.
Yeah,
but
same.
At the end of the day, I would like to see him clean that up just a little bit because he done cut them slits in the eyebrows.
I hate that.
He took some time to do that.
That is such an ick to me. That is such an ick.
It actually looks better on him to me.
I hate that. As soon as I saw that, I was like, what?
It was an improvement to me.
If it's a category of guys, I cannot comprehend. Okay.
Really? What is it? What does it give you?
It just, I don't know. It just gives me the guys with the dangly cross earrings. Like, it's just like, why? Like, for why? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's interesting. Interesting. All right. So who else we ain't talked about? Iris and Pepe, Shelly, Ace, Chris Huda. You want Chris Huda? Any thoughts? I don't got no thoughts.
I will say I do think there was a point. I think he said, I don't know if it was this last episode or a couple episodes ago, that he feels like he calms Huda down. I do think he does. I think he has, like a Huda's anxious attachment needs somebody who is secure. And I feel like Chris is able to balance that for her a little bit. Like when she's up, he's like, okay, I can see, he affirms her and then says like, but it wasn't that,
Yeah. I also think that like Chris is willing to adjust his behavior and like some men aren't. And I'm not saying Jeremiah wasn't, but I think some men aren't so keen on that. Like that's not like they want to have maybe a discussion about why and what and da-da-da. And some men are just like, oh, cool. No, all right, I'll adjust. And there's sliding scales of both, because sometimes people can be doormats and just adjust their behavior. Oh, yes, anything you say.
Yeah.
But Chris doesn't strike me as that. So it seems like he does have the right amount of balance that, like I said this before, I think I said it with Amaya, that it's like people are where they are, and like there's somebody that can match. And I think I was saying that the side of her that came out with Ace wasn't necessarily going to come out with Austin. That's what I was saying. And I think that the same is with, not the same, but I think that Huda is going to have reduced amounts of crash outs because of how Chris is. Now, whether that gets exhausting for Chris or not it's TBD. I would be surprised if they last, if they continue, personally, but that's more because of Huda's growth that I think she needs. But, I definitely think that he's a good one to match with her type of energy.
I don't know. I feel like he was already soft launching the breakup in the last episode with that drink. It was giving either I'm gonna be sleeping on your couch, because I think he had already said he don't have a place. He just stay with family anytime he's back home. Because he's only home for a couple of months. And yeah,
I mean, that makes sense. Or like, but like maybe just like get a like short-term Airbnb rental. I can't be in people's houses.
Yeah, right. Not for months.
But either way, it don't matter. I don't know. That's your life. Yeah. He not just like I love it, or their family got so much. I'm in the West Wing. I don't know.
Right.
So,
all right, Iris and Pepe. I don't have too much on them. Do you?
No.
Yeah, no notes. And then we have Ace and Shelly.
I thought it was cute. They didn't have a lot going on this episode either, but
yeah. It was nice to see Ace open up a little bit. I feel like he needs that in his life. He needs spaces where he can be vulnerable and feel safe. I think, like we said in other episodes, he has a lot of trust issues, which makes sense for how he grew up. But I was like, okay, the fact that they have similar upbringings in terms of growing up in a struggle in one way or another, that was revealed this episode. I'm pretty sure that, allows Ace to feel understood. Because Shelly seems like she's calm. I feel like if there's anything that came from that, Shelly has like processed it and she's good, but it might be something that could be maybe triggering for Ace, or something that impacts how he approaches people, or approaches his relationships. So, yeah.
I want to say this one thing. If Ace know better, like, he better know that Shelly is, hold on to Shelly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he doesn't, I don't know. We'll see. Yes. Time will tell. But I think Shelly is a good one for him. I do. And I think that if he can be mature and step into his growth, he could be good for her too. So
I agree.
Who knows? But yeah. Want to get into predictions for the vote?
Yeah, I think at the bottom is probably going to be Taylor and Clark for sure. And potentially like Iris and Pepe.
I'm hoping, because I'm going to be voting for Shelly and Ace, just so I don't need them on the bottom. So I'm voting for them, because I know the people going to be voting for Nicolandria.
Yeah, the people will be voting for Nicolandria. The Huda stands will be voting for Huda and Chris. I wonder this vote is a little crazy, because there's also Amaya. People love Amaya. So... yeah, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one.
I do feel like Nicolandria is probably going to take it, but I think Amaya and Brian will be second, and I think Huda and Chris will be third, and I think hopefully Shelly and Ace will be fourth, and the other two will fall at the bottom, I
don't know. Amaya and Huda have the most followers right now. They both surpassed 1 million. I think Huda has like 2 million. Yeah. So if that's 2 million people voting for her.
I have no clue what's gonna happen, to be honest, now that you mentioned that. I mean, I know she has her people. Oh, you know what? You're right. Because I'm like, we didn't see the top votes last time. We just saw the who was on the bottom. Like, of people. And we just saw the, like, which couples. But they I guess off of that one, which couple would you like to most have, a vacation with? Like, Huda was, like, in the middle top, And so that's why I think And Alandria wasn't always towards the end. She was towards the beginning, middle, like in a couple votes. So I feel like she has, I feel like she's got a little bit of a cleaner reputation than Shelly for the people, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I also the Nicolandria of it all. I just feel like I think it might take the top, you know? I think it might, but who knows? They're not going to tell us who's the top either way. But I do think that Shelly and Ace need my vote, so I'm going to be voting for them.
I feel you. I might have to. I was gonna vote for Nicolandria, but I might go ahead and change my vote to Shelly and Ace for that reason.
To this side.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that is it, y'all. We're gonna wrap this one up. We will see you for the next episode. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can stay tuned to all of our recaps. Big Brother starts this week, so hopefully you will catch us for Big Brother as well. And if not, we will catch you on the next Love Island episode. Bye.
Bye.